In my first assignment I completed for operations management, I got the opportunity to learn about the history of operations management and how it developed over the years. More specifically, I looked at different concepts within operations management and how they developed over the years. This includes concepts such as scientific management, lean production, and just-in-time. The scientific method is a concept first theorized by William Taylor in 1910 and can be defined as it uses scientific methods to analyze the most efficient production process in order to increase productivity. Employees are only taught how to carry out their own particular task and they're not allowed to stray from it. An example of where this was used was on the assembly line Ford. Each party of the assembly line would have an exact method as to how to complete this process and no one was to stray from it. Each part of the assembly line, sorry, the scientific approach made Ford so successful that it's still used in other sectors today, such as the service sector. McDonald's, for instance, makes excellent use of the scientific approach. Similar to Ford, McDonald's assembles their burgers on the production line. Each step has been carefully laid out so that each and every burger is of the exact same quality. I also learned about lean management. This is when companies aim to get full utilization of their materials and workers while minimizing all waste simultaneously. Lean production was the inspiration of the Toyota production system. Using this system, Toyota became the most efficient car company in the world. Service companies also get great use of this production system. Amazon is a company that uses features of lean production. A key feature in lean production is improving your process, and Amazon did this by continuously improving its production process. There was one day where the whole system felt very slow. Upon inspection, it found out its scanners were low on battery, so it was taking longer to scan all the products. When they found this out, Amazon gave its managers the responsibility of checking its scanners before they went out every workday to make sure they were fully charged to optimize productivity. The last thing we learned about when completing this assignment was just in time. With the implementations of just-in-time, companies can reap benefits such as reducing costs, meeting customer demands, and stay ahead of competitors and minimize lack of resources that are critical for survival in an increasingly competitive market. Just-in-time and lean production are very similar. Just-in-time focuses on minimizing waste. It does this by having as little inventory as possible so that money isn't wasted on parts the company doesn't need. It also uses a feature known as Kaizen. Like what I mentioned earlier with Amazon, this continues to improve the systems over a long period of time. Its focus is on improving in increments as opposed to massive changes. In my second assignment, I got the opportunity to study the kind of tasks operation managers have to do in real life. I studied demand estimation techniques such as scenario planning and moving averages. Rough cut capacity planning allowed me to determine when to scale up or modify my operations by analyzing whether the resources available could satisfy demand. Lead times were shortened and production flows were optimized through the use of scheduling and sequencing techniques. Last but not least, completing my own contingency plans. Autos emphasized how crucial risk management is to preserving supply chain continuity. While completing this assignment, I also got the chance to make Gantt charts which helped me plan and schedule operations. Using real-world examples like this really helped me grasp what it is operations managers do. For my last assignment, I got an in-depth look at the just-in-time concept. Interestingly, we got to see how difficult it is to implement on the world stage. For example, when Toyota tried to set up shop in India, it used the same features that made it so successful in Japan, it just wouldn't work. This is because it's very different work culture in India, and Indian society values their social lives much more than Japanese society does. Indian workers also like to complete assignments in their own time, which is often outside the 9 to 5 time frame, which goes against the efficiency principles of just in time. Economically, it is also very difficult to implement on the global scale. This because of features such as high interest rate in developing countries, so when you're constantly buying stock, this can get quite expensive. We also got the opportunity to research logistical challenges when it comes to just in time. We got to see if there was a problem with suppliers for whatever reason, the catastrophic effect it can have on the whole manufacturing chain. This is why it's important to have backup suppliers so you know if anything bad happens, you can still get the materials needed in time. As well as assignments, we got to learn a lot by going to lectures and going over lecture slides. The week 4 slides went over job design. What I found most interesting about these slides was learning about motion study. This is the study of human motions when completing a task. Beforehand, I didn't even know this existed, much less why the study would need to be completed. They do this so employees can get rid of unnecessary motion in the workplace so that workers don't have to move between positions as much to get the task completed. It also improves the arrangement of the workplace and equipment so it's not as far stretched to bring all the materials between the different stations. All this gets rid of fatigue and hence workers are less tired and can work more efficiently. Thank you.